love to improvise on a moment of peace, and in truth, that is really what the song is all about. Searching through sounds until my thoughts are in order and my heart is at peace. This piece happened in minutes as I sat down at the piano during the most frenetic period of my young artistic life. In May of 1995, as plans for a European tour were coming together, my wife was almost 2 weeks past the due date with our second child. I was in the middle of move options and career options. Should I move to New York? Should I move to LA? I was even considering Switzerland because I had a friend there who I met when I was at Berkeley in Boston. The questions that nag all musicians were nagging me. Do I sign with a label? Do I go the indie route? Am I practicing the right material? Am I composing the right music? I was spread really thin, and to top it all off, I was only in my 3rd year of sobriety from drugs, alcohol, and chain smoking, so I was really feeling a lot of pressure. And in hindsight, I can see that I wasn't even fully aware of the pace I was setting. Just when everything seemed to be coming to a head, my son Tony died at birth. Death is a part of life, but after burying both of my parents, who died within a year of each other just a few years earlier, I was naively thinking that somehow the death part of life was behind me. Days after my son's burial, as I worked to process this massive reminder that being in control is actually an illusion, I went to the piano and just started playing the first thing I heard. A simple little melody harmonized with 4 chords. Over the next few days and weeks, I began to see that all of the pressure in my life was coming from within me. While I told myself that my career efforts were for my family, the reality was all my efforts were for my own personal validation. My family needed me as a person, not for the money I could earn for them, and not for the fame I could win for myself. I decided to pull back, ditch all of the pressure, and immerse myself in my family, which at the time consisted of my wife and my daughter Shawnee, both of whom were really shaken by the loss of our son. Since that time, my wife Ramani and I have had 2 more beautiful children and countless adventures together. And while losing my son was horrible, the loss brought with it the gift of focus on what really matters, and the shocking realization that I was truly sober. I would never need the external substances again. That was a kind of offhanded plus. I went through that very difficult time with my eyes wide open, and as a result, I learned that what I needed then and what I need now are people to love, and people who love me for who I am and not what I do. As the smoke cleared from this disaster, my family became the focus of my artistic energy, and not my music. The only thing I really regretted was having to stop working with Dan, but I knew I had no reason to produce an album, since I was not going to leave my family behind and tour. And of course, Dan and I were friends, so I knew he would get it. We booked a session with Bill at Bias, recorded what we had ready, Sunrise, The Doctor Is In, Shawnee, and Sunset, with every intention of one day completing the project. We both vowed to stay friends, and we agreed to work together again. The Round Trip CD confirms the things I tell everyone. It is never too late to start, and it is never too late to start over. There is no time limit on when you can begin to enjoy your life. Even though it sounds like a cliche, suffering brings out the best in us. Nowhere is this more true than in artists.